Camera switch. 0:00. Computer. Icon share. Selected. Stop. Live.
Computers have evolved.
Landscape. Speech off. Speech on. Screen curtain on. Screen curtain off. Speech off.
Computers have evolved from the 1960s to present. Hi, it's Team Richard 1000, and today we are going to go over the history of computers, starting off with the computers back in the 60s. Now, of course, computers back in the 60s were basically mechanical devices used in spaceships and, well, space stuff. The first computer ever made would be like really big. Like I'm talking like 10 to 20 feet in length and about, I don't know, yay tall, yay big. Most people in the 60s and 70s would know the recognizable computer screens and lots of things. So let's move on to the DOS computers. Of course, these weren't the only computers, though these were put in businesses like schools, doctor's offices. Well, not in classrooms, but like, offices. Until probably the late 1980s, early 1990s, computers have been home systems were involved in the home systems for decades, since the 1990s. The internet sound could be not confused with a dial tone, such as the dial-up internet you see sometimes in commercials, videos on YouTube, and much more. Go to YouTube and look up dial-up sound for the old internet. It would take however long the dial-up tone is sounded for, or whatever. However long it's on, that's how long it takes for you to load, for the internet to load. No Google. All it had was HTTP / and whatever website you need to go to. That's what you need to do. And emails probably were around in the 1990s. Of course.
Speech on. Icon camera. White flash off. Button. Speech off.
Of course, computers had what was called a floppy disk. And what they are is that, they store things. But here's what they have now. This is a USB flash drive, or called a USB memory stick, or whatever you want to call it. USB flash drives have been around since the 1990s, late 1990s to be exact. The earliest a USB flash drive has been in a person's house has been 1999, towards the latest of 2017. USB flash drives are a portable unit, or a portable way to store things. For example, if you have this turns out to be one of the USB flash drives that I've bought recently. And nowadays you can't even find floppy disks. The only place you can find them is online or at the garage sale. Right now, whatever I got in here. Not only have computers been just desktops, now tablets and cell phones are computers. Look. The iPhone I'm using right now takes about 300, takes a lot of old computers, like Windows, to be powered by this. One iPhone, for example, the original iPhone came out in 2007, but Apple has created Safari, kind of like Internet Explorer on Windows, or just the Internet, or the World Wide Web, stored into www. But here's the thing. Some internet sources, dial-up is what started all this. Now, all you have to do is from an iPhone or tablet on VoiceOver. Now, let's talk about technology a bit further. Now, for the blind people, like, me or something, we as blind people use JAWS to navigate computers. Of course, back in the 1980s and 1990s, there really wasn't any JAWS. In fact, I didn't even know what JAWS was like back in the 90s. In fact, we did use JAWS, but Microsoft came out with Narrator on Windows 2000, XP, Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 10. Windows 10 currently has Microsoft David and Microsoft Zero, Microsoft David Mobile, Microsoft Zero Mobile, and Microsoft Mark Mobile. Why they have all those 5 voices, I have no idea. Originally, Microsoft Narrator had Microsoft Sam. If you guys don't know what Microsoft Sam was, he was a Microsoft voice on Narrator. He sounds a lot like this, versus the Microsoft Sam voice on Windows XP sounded a lot like, sounded a lot like this. Oh, like literally, look on YouTube and find Thunderbirds 101 and Samjo 404. Samjo 404 currently has Microsoft Sam, Microsoft Mike, Microsoft Mary, Microsoft G0. No. It's Microsoft Sam, Mike, and Mary, and Microsoft Anna. Now she, I have a computer. I have an extra computer, but that's a personal computer that I use sometimes when I'm off somewhere. You don't see me using that. But that is running Windows 7. Now, can't you believe if you leave it on Windows XP? Windows XP, I was around when Windows XP was around. But I'm not saying my birth, my date of birth, my age. All I'm telling you was I was around when Windows XP was around. Of course, Windows 2000 has like a piano type effect. But if you can manage it, I'll play one of the Windows 10 sounds on my piano here. This is one of the sounds on Windows 10 when you get to the top of something. Wait, I didn't do that right. I did that right. There you go. Now, wait. Now, this is something like when you eject something, this is what it sounds like. And excuse my bad piano skills, but when you inject something into the computer, it goes like this. Let me do it faster. That's how it does. Those are the only sounds that I know about Windows 10 on the computer, on the piano. Right. Those are the three sounds that I can play on the piano for Windows 10. Those are some of the sounds on Windows 10 on the computer. You guys may hear that. Look up Windows 10 sounds on YouTube, and you'll hear the actual sounds performed by a computer by an unknown YouTuber. But still, one of the things that amazes me the most is that on Bop It Download. Wait a minute. It's on the living room. It's on the.
Speech on. Cricket Network. 3 of 3.
What the heck?
Icon share. Select live. Speech off.
I really need to. That was an accident. That was an accident. That was an accident. You know, I use voiceover. So, the Bop It Download was used on Windows XP. Now, what does that have to do with computers? It does, because it has 2 ports. It has a port for a USB cable and a port for both headphones, and for your computer and microphone to record your voice. So literally, on the computer you can find like Bop It games, but like literally, we're talking about computers here. But now we're going to talk about the blind side of computers. Back in the 1980s, as I might say, the Braille and Speak. The Braille and Speak. This was a note taker designed by I don't know who did, but it's a computer and it can get on the internet. Yes, by a modem. Now, if you must know that the Braille and Speak was 6 keys plus a space bar. It has the Braille cell dots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the space bar. And get this, you know a video cassette? It's about that size. Literally, that small. It's smaller than a Braille note, but it sounds a little bit like this. Sounds like this. One tone. That is it. How monotone is that? Like, literally. It's about the size of a cell phone. That's how small it is. If you go to the mBraille app on the App Store, that's basically a Braille and Speak right there. You can't enter anything, as far as I know. But the way you can is by going down, like, you're holding it like this, like, with the speaker, like, you know, with the earpiece of the phone on the left and the home on the right, and the power button on top and the volume on the bottom, and the mute cover right here. But what you have to know that people have come a long way to know computers, but this is not the only Braille item for blind people. That's not where it stops. It stops with the Braille Note Touch, designed by Humanware themselves. When you triple click the home button, as within the iOS devices, to enable or disable VoiceOver, you disable Keysoft on the Braille Note Touch. Currently, I don't have it for personal reasons, but here's the thing. I was just jumping forward. They did the PacMate Braille, like, PacMate, the Braille computer from Freedom Scientific, using JAWS, and yeah, it's Windows. Like, really? Alright, the PacMate, and then there was the Braille Note, the Braille Note Classic, or the Braille Note, simply just the Braille Note. The Braille Note introduced the Braille display, which is built into the device. Pretty sure that Humanware used Eloquent or whatever. Now, here's the thing. The Braille Note Classic, or the Braille Note, there are several different kinds of Braille Notes. First kind, the Braille Note itself. Probably looks like a Braille Note Apex. Then you got your Braille Note PK, which is a smaller one. Then you got your Braille Note Empower, which is a bit thicker than its than the one before it, I guess. Then the Braille Note Apex, which is thinner and lighter. Then the current Braille Note Touch, an iPad-like device using a Braille touchscreen and a physical keyboard and a Braille display. And don't get any ideas, blind people, of asking your Braille teachers or parents if you want to buy one of those. I mean, if they can buy any. They're expensive. Under $800 to be exact. Over $700. I mean, between $600 and $800. And it has a smart case, one USB port, which, wow, that is crazy. The physical keyboard is almost like the Braille Note Apex after using it about 2-3 use. And they never even used it, that's just the way they made it. I'm like, wow. If I had it, I would demonstrate it. But not now, probably later. If you want to see a full collection of tutorials, go to the Humanware Blind Technology channel. I guess that's my vlog. Okay, what happened?
Speech on. Icon share. Select. Live. Select. Icon. Compute. Icon camera switch. White flash off. White flash off. Icon. Icon share. Select.